Okay, everybody, get ready for your opening statement. Remember first to say your name and also the office you're running for. So let's start with Ms. Lloyd, Tanya Lloyd, if you could start with your 1-minute opening statement.
Hi, good afternoon. And first of all, thank you, whoever found the AC. Appreciate that. It was warm in here. My name is Tanya Lloyd. I am a mom, a wife, and a kindergarten teacher, and I'm running to be your representative in Congress. I'm going to be honest, I never thought I would run for office, much less one for Washington, D.C. I've spent my entire life, well, 44 decades in Lockhart, living on my family farm that my dad bought with his VA benefits. I grew up working in their business downtown and helping my dad with the high school track team. And I've spent the last 20 years teaching that same school district that I graduated from, serving as, thank you, serving on bond oversight committees, scholarship committees, and booster clubs. As your Congresswoman, I will work to lower healthcare costs and expand access to affordable care in our rural communities and across the state, protect funding for our schools and make sure students have opportunities to thrive regardless of their zip code, and make sure that Texans don't need multiple jobs or a winning lottery ticket to provide for their families. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Castro-Mendoza.
Hi, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Stock Castro-Mendoza, and I'm running for U.S. House District 27. I'm a 30-year Navy veteran, immigrant to this country as a 7-year-old. I taught high school and also am a farmer and a rancher. Here's where I'm running. I'm running because of the 4 people I met yesterday and the day before that. Alex, Maria, retired but still working. Alexander, also a very young 28-year-old who has the dream but can't reach it or feels they can't reach it. And Jackie, a young mom with a 7-year-old son that is struggling to make ends meet. These are the people that drive me. These are the people that drive my campaign, and I do that every day. And I fully understand their struggles. And I, as a candidate for 27, I ask for your vote. Send me to Washington, and I will make changes in Washington. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Taylor.
Hello. I'm Gary Taylor. I'm a progressive New Deal Democrat. I always say that progressivism is both compassionate and highly practical. The theme of my campaign is an economy for all, a more perfect union. But I want to add loudly that I am a passionate progressive on all issues, not just economics. Civil rights, immigrants' rights, LGBTQ rights, women's rights, human rights. I believe we Democrats must direct our passion toward the most effective way to get more folks to join us. And that is the focus of my campaign. Winning on the issues themselves is the goal, not just winning the election. We can't win on any issues without a majority in both the House and the Senate, now and forever. So I will be campaigning for all Democrats across the nation, and I hope to get the other candidates to do the same. We need a national message from the Democratic Party to everybody. We are your party. If we win, you win.
Thank you. Dr. Kristin Hook.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Kristin Hook, and I'm running to represent you as your first Congresswoman here in our district. I'm a scientist with a PhD in animal behavior, and I'm a former middle school teacher, so I am well prepared to handle Congress. Before running for this seat, I served you and the public as a public servant in our federal government. I worked in the United States Senate. I worked at the National Institutes of Health, expanding access to health care, and I protected your hard-earned taxpayer dollars at the Government Accountability Office. I am a working class Democrat, and I know how to make our government work for us, not against us, and I will do that on day one because I know that it can be a powerful force for good, not a weapon of oppression. Thank you so much. I would be honored to have your support and appreciate you all being here.
Okay, thank you. Okay. We talked about Senate District 9, and the main thing about that is that it gives us hope that we may have the opportunity to really flip Texas and the federal government. So based on that and this environment, this calls for an aggressive strategy to win. So what are you planning to do to turn out voters, to inspire those voters, and ensure that you have the resources to do that? Let's start with Dr. Hook.
Sure. So I'm a battle tested candidate. I actually, if you voted against Chip Roy in the last year, you've already voted for me. And I humbly ask for your support again. I was the only Democrat who stood up to do that. And I have talked to and chatted with thousands of people across our district. I have convinced and flipped Republicans. I had a Republican independent come and vote with me for the first time at the polls last year. I have done that work before, and I will do that again here in our district. The environment may not have been a great environment in the last race, but I know that I will be the perfect candidate for us to flip our seat once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Taylor?
Thank you. That is basically what my whole campaign is about, trying to get to the people who are not already in the choir, so to speak. Again, when I say progressivism is both compassionate and practical, I'm really working on that practical side. I think we as Democrats need to help people understand that our compassion leads to a solid economy that makes things better for everybody, makes the economy better for at least, I'd say at least 80% of the people. That's why we need to be getting 80% of the vote. And again, I've written a book and I've given it to a lot of you, and it gives my strategy in detail, but I want to, I plan to work really hard on getting voters that aren't already in the party, and that's part of my closing speech. So I'll have to, you'll get to hear it again in a minute.
Hi. Thank you. I want to explain why I stand. I stand because I have a great deal of respect for you, and I thank you for being here today. Here's the strategy that I use. I'm not a politician. I've never run for office. I don't have a whole heck of a lot of money, but when I win this primary, I guarantee you that we're going to, to rejuvenate this party, this campaign. And here's how I'm doing it. I'm walking the ground, and I'm talking to people every day, and I'm listening to their stories, and I'm listening to their needs, and I feel it right here. And because I feel it right here, I am inclined to work hard for them every day, just like I did for 30 years in the United States Navy. I never took a day off. The only day I took a day off, I was sick. I was throwing up and I was sick. So it wasn't really a day off. So yes, I feel for the American people today, not just in this district, but across the country. And I'm going to work darn hard to take care of their needs. Thank you.
So I have run in this seat before, and I have built community all across this district. I know that we have new counties, but we also have some of the same counties. And in one county where I actually got more votes than Kamala Harris. So I know how to talk to Republican voters because that's what I live with, right? I have also just hit the 6-figure mark in fundraising. That is what it's going to take, because I have an opponent in November that's got $250,000 in the bank. I have also been running a social media program. We've hit 43,000 primary voters in this district so far. 40 more thousand that we're working to hit before the primary. So I have also been out on the streets. I have put 50,000 miles on my car in the last 2 years, and I'm in it to win it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm afraid we're low on time, so this is time for your closing statement, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Mr. Taylor, if you can start with your closing statement, and then we'll go this way again. And so Dr. Hook will end up.
My campaign is not about speaking to a room full of Democrats. It is about speaking to a room full of Democrats and Republicans and independents and undecideds and those who are fed up with both parties. And the goal is to be persuasive and bring them over to our way of thinking, which is the way it works for them too, because it works for everybody. We are their party too. They just don't know it. I'm trying to express myself in a way that reaches them. And I have written a book about this. Please take a copy. I never have enough time to say everything I want to say, so I wrote a book.
Okay. Mr. Castro-Mendoza? Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. I do ask for your vote. I'm not a politician, and I forget to do that quite often. But let me tell you a little bit about why I'm running. I am an immigrant son of this great state of Texas. I came here as a child. I know what it's like to work and to earn a living, working in the cotton fields of Texas, hoeing cotton and peanuts in 112-degree weather with my pregnant mom beside me and my 4 siblings, one as young as 9 years old and the oldest 15. And I don't mind telling you that story because that is my story. And that is what I feel when I talk to people on the campaign trail. I feel their pain, and I will do something to ease that pain. I guarantee you that. I will not stop fighting until I go to Congress and I take care of their needs, because that's what we should do when we are representatives in Congress. Let's not enrich ourselves. Let's not get fat on the, what you're given as, health care, free health care, and retirement after 5 years. And so, yes, I need to get there, and I need your help.
So like I said, for the last 2.5 years, I've been crisscrossing this district. When we learned about the potential redistricting, the first did was pick up the phone and call every brand new county chair to tell them I was running and I was a serious candidate. The reason I'm running is because I am a public school teacher and I see kids every day in need. I see their parents two, 3 jobs, working overnight, no daycare. That's why I'm running. But let me tell you, forums like this are not the only, this is what I do. I come to forums, but it's not the only way, right? I have to be out there talking to people. I have to be out there crisscrossing the country and working. I have got broad support. I have got the AFL-CIO Texas endorsement, as well as the WimDems out of Austin and several others. So I do have broad support in this, and I look forward to being your candidate in November.
Thank you, ma'am. All right.
I'm running to fight for affordability, to demand accountability, and to expand opportunity for the working here in our district. And as I mentioned before, I am your battle-tested Democrat. I was the only person to stand up to fight against Chip Roy in the last election. And even though we didn't win that race, I am really proud of the grassroots campaign that we did build. I was able to raise over $500,000 with no institutional support and earn the bipartisan support of over 153,000 voters in our district. I know that we can finish this job. It's going to take your help to do it. My training wheels are off as a candidate, and so are my gloves. I am Donald Trump's worst nightmare, and I need your help to get into office to represent you in the halls of power. Thank you so much. I humbly ask for your support. You can learn more at www.hookfortexas.com. Let's give these hooks the crooks the hook. Sorry. Tongue-tied. Thank you.
It's you. Yeah.